Hello, Cancer. I hope that you guys are doing well. Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and how they're dealing with your absence. So, the first thing that we're going to take a look at is how they're portraying themselves. Then, we're going to see how they really feel versus how they're portraying themselves. Then, we're going to see how they are currently coping with your guys' absence or the breakup or whatever it may be, the no contact. And then, we're going to see where this is headed. So, show me Cancer's person. Show me Cancer's person. I'm feeling like this is going to be an interesting one. We have the Queen of Cups. Oh, okay. Well, that's Cancer. The Two of Swords. The Three of Wands. Okay, I don't need all of those. The Tower reversed. Well, you're in their energy. This person is absolutely in love with you. I think that they think about you a lot, but there may be some kind of truce that they feel like they need to make. I feel like they are likely wanting expansion with you. They're not letting go, and that's how they're viewing. That's how people are viewing them. People are viewing them like they're not going to let you go. People are viewing them like they're absolutely head over heels in love with you, that they are trying to make peace with you in some way, shape, or form, that they still want to work on this, that they still want to fight for this. So, Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. I really don't see anything negative. Tell me about that Tower reversed. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. They feel like something failed between the two of you, but I don't think that they wanted to. I think that maybe they dropped the ball, or they feel like you did, or whatever the case is, but they're not letting go. They don't want I'm not saying that they don't want the relationship to change. They just don't want you to leave, or they don't want to leave you, or whatever the case. Tell me about that Two of Swords. This person really is showing, at least on the surface, they're showing that they really care about you. And I can't imagine why they'd be faking that to other people. Tell me about that Two of Swords. The Knight of Swords. They're trying to figure out how to talk to you. What do they want to talk to Cancer about? The Page of Cups reversed. They either feel like a victim, or I feel like they have more questions than answers, honestly. They could be overthinking their emotions, like they're analyzing their emotions too much, and I feel like they need your answers so that way they can stop analyzing things and overthinking their emotions and just feel them. And I feel like they are, but at the same time, it's like they want to know your thoughts. They want to know what your decision is, or what it is that you want, because they're not ready to let go. Despite the divorce or despite the breakup or whatever it may be, they're not ready to let go. They still want an opportunity, and they're seeing things differently, and they may start to realize that there are some sacrifices that they need to make in order to build something substantial, in order to build something that means anything. Tell me about that Three of Wands. They're like kind of waiting. They're a little bit in waiting mode. Tell me about that Three of Wands. Okay, I just don't need a million cards, honestly. Okay. Six of Cups reverse. There could be like a sense of emotional immaturity. They may be like, if this person feels like you're holding a grudge towards them, or you're upset with them, or you're feeling spiteful, or something like that, they could be waiting for something like that to change, waiting for things to just kind of blow over, something like that. But I'm really not seeing anything bad. I will say that they're incredibly determined not to have drama or arguments. And so I think that that's part of the reason why they're kind of waiting and not really doing. Because they're like, oh God, maybe they're afraid of you. I don't know. Maybe they're a little afraid of the crab shell, the little pinchers. But they love you like dearly. They love you so much. Or if it's not like established, they have very strong feelings. It's actually really beautiful. Let's see what their true feelings are about the situation and about you. Show me this person's true feelings for Cancer. The King of Wands reversed, the Hermit reversed. The Eight of Wands reversed. Whoa. Okay. Woo! I just don't need all those. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's trying to give me so many cards. You guys are too talkative. Too talkative for me tonight. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Is that King of Wands Cancer? No. Okay. I know that they see your value. There's no doubt about it, right? And I think that they want to be generous with their time, their energy. Maybe they want to buy you something, right? It's Moon in Taurus. It's a very generous, emotionally generous, financially generous. It's just a generous energy. But they may feel like they have to force it. And I think it's because they feel a sense of urgency. They feel like they have to force it. And they may feel like you've already blocked them, or it's like pulling teeth or whatever. And I think this person is paranoid that if they don't push it or pressure or kind of like, kick their foot in the door, that it's not going to happen. This is somebody who feels like you can see right through them no matter. Why is that King of Wands in reverse? Why is that King of Wands reversed? Okay, well, I'm just going to take them. The Fool, the Five of Cups, they may have made an impulsive decision, or they feel like you did. Because the King of Wands reverse can be somebody whose pride is hurt, right? It's the wounded lion, we're licking our wounds, we're feeling bad about ourselves because our ego was bruised. And so they may feel like you started off on a new path, or you made an impulsive decision, and now they may be like kind of regretting some decisions that they had made. They're looking back in the past, and they could be like, well, I could have done that differently. They may feel like you have a new zest for life, or whatever it is. Like they may feel like they did something, like they lost control or reacted too heavily. Tell me about that Hermit reversed. Five of Wands reverse. I'm getting like a passivity, like a very passive, like that Two of Swords is very passive. The Three of Wands is very passive. The Hermit reversed, Five of Wands reverse is giving me very passive. And I think that they're paranoid that you're going to reject them or block them out if they are to come out and say something to you, or whatever the case may be. So they want to, though. The Lover is the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, but they feel like they gotta go at it slowly. So let's see how they're coping. I mean, I don't want to say it's cute. I really don't like the King of Wands reverse, but like I see where they're going with it. So let's see how they're coping with your absence. Okay. The Knight of Wands reversed. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. We have Taurus. We have Sagittarius. We have Virgo and Gemini as well. The Magician. The Two of Pentacles. What's that Knight of Wands reversed? The Eight of Swords reversed. I think that they were going about something in the wrong way. Like, I don't know if they were trying to like get your attention through low vibrational means. I don't know if they just lacked direction in their life and they were keeping themselves stuck. But whatever way that they were directing their life, whatever kind of action they were taking, they realized it's just not working that way. So, for instance, if this is somebody who it was trying to get your attention through like making you jealous or something like that, right? So like, okay, well, that's not working. So now they're kind of at this point where they're putting efforts into their talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. They're trying to keep the balls in the air, right? It's a very grounded energy. It's very mentally aware. It's very structured. It's a little chaotic, but they're able to handle it nonetheless. And so this is somebody who is kind of learning how to develop their power into making the right and the most practical decisions moving forward. And I feel like there's a confidence here. I feel like this can be maybe a creative person or a business person or somebody who's maybe starting a business or they're focused on practical and mental matters more than anything. And I mean, that's not the worst way to cope, right? They could be going out and getting, shit-faced and sleeping with everybody, right? But I don't think that they're doing that. But I also feel like there's a worry that whatever it is that they're working on just isn't going to be enough. What's that magician? The Hierophant. Earth energy again. Now we have Taurus. We have Taurus. This could be a Taurus for some of you. They're not just like putting a bunch of dreams in a cauldron and calling it a day. Like they're taking their talents, gifts, skills, and abilities and they're making practical decisions in order to be better. They could be focusing on a religious or a spiritual practice in order to be better. They are using their talents to be able to manifest a better foundation for how they build their life and what they are building in general. And they're learning how to do that. So I feel like it's productive. They're productive. They're being productive. Let's see where this is headed. We have the Four of Wands, the Six of Swords reversed, the Justice. That's really good. So there is a return. I'm not saying it's going to be super easy and all fun and games. Okay. It is going to be a little difficult. I do feel like there's going to be some pain involved, especially regarding like higher truths, bigger truths, personal truths, but somebody's making something right. And I feel like it could potentially be this person. And it seems like this person may either like take you out or take you to a club or take you out to dinner or invite you to their house or something like that. So that way they can make something right with you and actually work on things. Six of Swords reversed is when we're going back to fix a problem or we're going back to revisit a problem to what? Justice, make things right. And I feel like this person is likely going to be very honest with you about how hurt they are or about how they've hurt you. And there's accountability. And I mean, like, I feel like in in a big regard, like that's the best you could ask for. Hold your vision. And then Pisces. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or you may have Pisces in your chart. So Pisces can very much be about compassion, intimacy, your intuition, creativity. So if you have a vision for that, it's telling you not to give up on that. Um I feel like you can have more intimacy with this person, but I also think that while you want all these things, right? Whether it's like some kind of dream or whether it is into more intimacy or compassion or whatever, this is fixed moon, this advice. So this is about standing your ground when it comes to what you want emotionally. So what do you want emotionally? What do you want for your life? The higher octave of it. Only you can really answer that. So, Cancer, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can visit my website at violettaalexis.com. If you're into creative writing and or poetry, you can go ahead and check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Where Dead Flowers Bloom. All the information is in the description box below. Thanks a lot, Cancer, and I'm wishing you the absolute best. Bye for now.